Hello and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns 3, bringing you the third match today of this tournament, the Wind Waker Randomizer Season 5. It is Winners Bracket Round 1, ofc2000alex vs Shizuka. Drinking today will be Armageddon and Tal, and on commentary for you are Clarion and Monko. So I'll give it to those guys.
Oh boy, you guys are now stuck with us. How are you doing, Claire?
I'm doing well. This is a Wind Waker heavy ZSR kind of day.
Yeah, there's been three. There's already like one race that's over, one race that is ongoing, and now we're heading a third.
I just got baited by the timer.
Oh, the timer. The timer is
got that small extension.
Yeah, just a small one. We're about to start. On the left side, we have ofc2000alex, and on the right side, we have Shizuka. Not to be confused with Shizuku, because we have two runners with about the same name in this tournament.
That's true. They are on like a different sides of the bracket at the moment, so we might be chilling.
And we're starting on Claire's favorite island, Fire Mountain.
Oh, we have a divergence already.
Oh my.
And nobody reading hints yet. Yeah, I always would worry that I'd warp away to something that is, hinted theoretically, so I'd be, like, terrified.
Windfall is on the path to Demos, apparently. Cliff Plateau on the path to Goma. Dragon Roost Cavern on the path to Jahala. Iron of Steel is on the path to Ganondorf. Blueprint is foolish.
Path to Ganon.
Great Sea is foolish as a whole. Great Fish is also foolish. Great Mother and Child is foolish. The maze only has a orange rupee. Big key chest in our temple has a joy pendant. Oh my god, Ankle with more money. Flag cross. The small island chest is a progressive bow.
Oh, okay.
Gold necklace, Nino Rock Cave. And a progressive
That's actually also kind of nice.
Oh my god, another
and a bow on Zunari, okay.
Wow.
So Nino Rock single dip even with just the bait bag, and just knowing where a bow is great. Yeah, see, but here's like a perfect situation. So Alex warps to Mother and Child. I mean, not that it's that long of a warp, but Mother and Child is hinted dead. Which is why I usually, at least for me personally, like I just get out of the boat and I like to check them right away. I just worry. It's like imagine you sailed all the way to Cliff Plat only to find out that Cliff Plat was nothing.
Oh yeah, that is something that can happen in these settings.
Yeah.
To be fair, we also started with a nice little hook shot, so nobody is going to be looking for that today.
That's true. Yeah, with hook shot, I wonder. I know for me personally, as somebody who feels comfortable doing Leafless Horseshoe, I'd probably be starting to think about some pretty early dips to outset, because then you can hit up Horseshoe, you can hit up Diamond Step. Even if you don't want to do Leafless Horseshoe, you can still hit up Diamond Step. Like, that's still an option. We'll see.
And Diamond Step with even with only the hook shot is a pretty fun place to be, because quite a few places that you can glitch through.
So it's your favorite like parkour island, right? Is that what you used to call it?
We used to call it Parkour Island back in season 2 and 3. So
yeah,
it's a place
used to be
where
a little bit more
free
freeform. I think people have kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of like with the rest of this game. Once we figure out the meta, the imagination kind of stops for a while until someone breaks the meta open.
Well, yeah, you never want to stop looking. I'm a firm believer. You should never assume per se.
Oh my god.
That like a certain strat is faster or not until you actually like know for sure.
Oh, and Shizuka just making my little season 2 heart happy. This is going from the right side. And bringing up the
and burning it up.
Is...
Yeah, and burning it too.
That's inspired. That is something I used to do at the beginning of playing this game. It makes it so even if you mess up, you go through. It's great.
Oh shoot, Shizuka just checked everything. So okay, so I'm not seeing anything, and they even checked for Ghost Ship chart, so it's probably a bait bag, a delivery bag item.
It is probably.
So we're not gonna know for a little while what the heck that was. Oh, might be one of those benefits too. We'll see how thoroughly Alex checks as well. Ghost Ship chart being like the primary one that you might forget sometimes. Knowing that you have something in the delivery bag ahead of time and knowing where it was can kind of matter, depending. You know.
I'm not gonna lie though. This is a perfect item for our anti-storage enthusiast in the chat to react to. It's pretty
That's
great.
true. That's true. Yeah, for anyone who dislikes storage or dislikes tracking for storage, yeah, this is a spicy one.
Yeah.
Because
One of the
literally, we're not gonna know what the heck was in that island for
for a while.
a while potentially. Till we
But
find
we're
the-
gonna know
the
what this
bag.
is, and this is an empty bottle, so that outset dip is looking mighty fine right now.
Yeah, it's definitely. And now I would be like, you know, pretty much 100% wanting to go there.
Yeah.
And even though Mother and Child we know is empty, like that's a quick
it-
ferry. It's probably worth it at this point. Just a bit of a bummer for Alex who warped there earlier, checked the hints, left, and might be warping there right now.
Oh, that is so true. But at the same time, like you said, it's a very quick stop just to get the ferry. Oh, and we're going to
Oh, feeling
Windfall the
Windfall.
next
All
time.
right.
All right.
What that says to me, without knowing for sure, that says to me Alex might wait to get a ferry from a dungeon. So we might not be seeing outset from him for a bit, depending on what he finds here. Always, you know.
To be fair, we did get a hint that something in the RC is gonna lead to Jala, I think. So might be a way of routing your outset checks in between those two dungeons.
Yeah, and with a Windfall, the Calidamos hint, you know, that could always just be like, lol, Tot has Boomerang.
Oh yeah.
Have fun. But it always could, you know, it could just as easily be, wow, Tot has Leaf. Or, you know, Tingle or something. So when there's path hints on Windfall, like people like to delay Windfall just to try to wait until you have other items, you know, to really amp up that first visit. But I don't know. If there's a path hint on Windfall, sometimes it's tempting to dip a little bit sooner.
Yeah. And we're gonna see the outset checks at the same time, since Shizuka is heading there.
Yeah, it looks like Shizuka is pretty much going to do what I was talking about, wanting to dip over here.
Okay, the game just dropped a new info drop. Command Melody on Tingle that explains how he's controlling his brothers to do his bidding. Okay.
Jeez, okay, I don't like that lore.
I don't like that lore either. But I'm gonna have
like
to add
going
it
for
to
like, oh
Wind
yeah,
Waker Bible.
Tingle's dropping like a new EP out here, but no, it's freaking.
Nope, control the minds of people.
Aye.
And that's now in the Wind Waker Bible. Don't question.
He hasn't talked to the teacher though, right? A lot of times people like want to start setting up some door cancel shenanigans. But I don't remember if he talked to Miss Marie or not, so he might be going for it blind, or may have meant to talk to her, or talk to her and I wasn't paying attention. No, he did talk to her. Never mind. He totally did. I remember his movement from the classroom now.
Can't remember movements. I just
he did like an interesting side hop thing. I recall now.
Oh right. So we're gonna talk to the kids. That's gonna bring back the camera.
Hide and seek. Yep, because it resets the camera to start the old mini game. I assume because it kind of technically reloads the area. Like as much as we just watched Ivan like run out of frame, I'm sure like, you know, this is like a slightly different instance of Windfall. I actually don't remember how it works precisely. Yeah, so place all the kids in the different spots.
I'm gonna put my usual theory. This is just sorcery. It's great.
Probably
don't question
sorcery.
it, and don't question
sorcery.
finding wood in a corner.
Yeah, so Shizuka's going for a one-frame trick known as a roll clip. We see them somewhat. They're not like the most frequent trick in Wind Waker, but they are prevalent enough. You have one frame upon climbing up the ledge. The first frame you're actionable. If you input a roll, on certain ledges you're able to actually clip through walls. And so we use that to get into Jabun's cave here without needing bombs.
Yeah,
so not only does it skip the bombs, it's also just faster. Yo, Nerds and Jabun.
Yep,
That's
Jabun is
an item, by the way.
Jabun is real right now. Even if he looks like a raft, Jabun was there.
Yeah, still got transmuted into a raft, but hey.
Jabun got transmuted into a raft with a chest on it, and Medley got transmuted into a chest too. So
yeah, unfortunately though, we have no Tower of the Gods, so that's like that's one of those fake good items.
It is, but it's also very vanilla, so we like it.
Yeah, I figure, especially since this is Winner's Bracket Round 1, probably still worth bringing up. If you are watching Wind Waker Season 5 for the first time, one of the things added for this season is something called Chest Type Matching Contents, or CTMC, which basically means that if you ever see a chest that's like a boring wooden chest, it's going to have just, some garbage item that runners probably won't even open it. And if you have a spiked chest like here on Shizuka's side, it will mean that there is some sort of progressive or progression type item. Now,
So-
sometimes, as we saw, right, it could be something like Neru's Pearl, which is normally progression, but because Tower of the Gods isn't in logic, it's not. So it's sort of like a fake spike chest. But for the
Maybe-
most part, there will be something that's worthwhile.
It
Like Maggie's
is.
letter could potentially be.
We saw
And Moblin's
two
letter.
letters. We saw Moblin's letter and Maggie's letter. So that means that our last item that we were looking for will probably
Ooh.
be that note to Mom. But here's a leaf.
Leaf on that, I think that was Grandma's mail.
Yep, that is Grandma's mail.
So, which I think, where was the other? We have like 2 different bottles, don't we?
I think we have the same one on both
Do
sides.
we?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they both
no,
were at Birds Peak Rock.
Never. I was thinking of something different. Never mind. I'm just wondering what the because again, there's still that Forbidden Woods path hint on Windfall. So
Yeah.
unless that's like bait bag is here, and then all the bottles are either like out of logic checks or behind the bait bag, then
Yeah.
there's probably something else Forbidden Woods related here. Oh yeah, like that.
Oh,
like
here's the boomerang.
like probably the boomerang. There you go.
There we go. We even got our answer.
Oh, you did get our answer.
It could have been the grapple too, which would have been nice. But
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that
good.
leaf position being very convenient. Speaking of doing golf, don't even
Yeah.
have to do it leafless. We can just do it ye old-fashioned way.
Leafless golf has been cancelled. It's time for leaf yes golf. It's different.
And it's currently not even skipping any of the holes. Just
Yeah.
straight up playing the game as it was meant to be.
A very
Done.
good golfer, a natural. Oh no, water hazard. It's gonna
This
set
third
you
one's
back if
wonky
you.
as heck. You have to shoot like intentionally far to the right. Weird.
Yeah. It's a very strange mini game, but it's fun.
Okay, and Alex is doing Mila. So Mila is a 2-minute auto-scroller, kind of. She runs around the island, and you're supposed to follow her and figure out where she's going. But we already know where she's going. She's going to try and steal from Zunari, so we just have to be there when she gets there at the end and not be seen by
Ooh.
her in the meantime.
Go for the
So
shard.
you'll see Alex doing a bunch of other stuff in the meantime.
Yeah.
Turning on the windmill, and then he also set up something called door teleport, which you'll see. I mean, the name is pretty self-explanatory in a way. We are going to teleport from one door to another.
Open the door,
But-
pop at the other one. It's
Yeah.
pretty fun.
But you'll see what that looks like once he's done catching Mila. And he's also looks like just farming a little bit extra rupees.
Yeah,
Again, you just have just 2 minutes just to kind of chill, so you might as well do something. This is one of the reasons why people will sometimes delay coming to Windfall in the hopes of having more to do during this time.
Yeah, but
'Cause,
to
like,
be fair,
even after done all that, like we're still just sitting here waiting.
Yeah.
Oh,
to be fair though, there's a few tricks that involve a lot of waiting around. Like if you decide to do, if you have Picto Box and decide to do a door teleport to the upper floor of Lanzo's, without a leaf, it can be quite long to get there.
yeah. So then that can be like super worth. That's honestly one of the more ideal situations. Obviously, Alex door canceled up to Lenzo's anyways to check it without the Picto, so
Yep.
he kind of
and Mila
circumvented that.
with a piece of the
Required, all
trifle.
right. You love to see
So-
that, honestly, when you go to check Mila. Not that too many people really bother skipping here, but like I said, some people really push her off till later. Although to be fair, you don't need that shard until pretty much the very end.
Yeah, and we're gonna open the door that is right next to here, the cafe bar. And now we're on the second floor of the House of Wealth instead.
Yeah, so that's that door teleport in effect.
Whenever you pull out that wand, magic just happens, you know?
Pretty much. Yeah, very small, not like a huge time save, but again, like no point not to set that up if you're just waiting anyways.
Oh, the Forbidden Tingle statue. It's the sappy one.
Oh, I got a shield over here on Diamond Step. Whoa, that Four Master really oddly
Yeah.
close.
That Fun Master just doesn't want to let us live.
I forgot to peek this, but I assume it's a spike chest because I had
We're
no
going
rigor.
back.
And yeah, it totally is. Nice, 2 items in Diamond Step. Feels good.
Yeah, it feels good. We did start with the Oak Shot, so kind of felt a little more required than usual. But
Yeah.
here's another Tingle statue for it.
The double sphere 0. All right,
Yeah.
now we're gonna get the runners swap places. Alex,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure with grabbing this fairy means that we're heading straight to outside, which is good. He won't be too long without that leaf. And now is Shizuka gonna do some other stuff in the overworld or go to Windfall? Hard to say.
Well, it looks like we're going to Needle Rock.
I think I kind of get it. You can check the chest and see if you have to even come back here later. We know the cave is dead, so if you can
Yeah.
peek this and see it's not spiked, then
It's a good
you
peek.
might as well have visited here with the items required to clear it. A little bit of a gamble, but could end up paying out. And
It's
let's
not the
see.
biggest gamble in the world. I like it.
I think it looked wooden.
Yeah, it looked wooden to me too.
So
And now we're kind of close to Island of Steel, so might as well go there. We don't have the bombs to get in logically, but good thing is, most of the enemies outside of that place actually carry bombs. So they're just gonna open the way for us.
yeah, it's a little bit of a far sail. Just because of how
Uh-oh.
close it is to Greatfish Warp.
Hmm.
But hey, we'll get it done.
I respect it.
Oh jeez.
Well, that was something.
That was kind of freaky.
Yes. Oh my god.
Dude, the Swift Sail is powerful, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like the game is not expecting the boat to be going at that speed. It
It-
probably kind of isn't too.
Yeah, I
a
mean
certain
the
extent.
cell was added.
Yeah, one thing we're not, gonna get to see this seed because they both started with hookshot. But there is a rando exclusive trick to get onto Diamond Step early, where you jump into the middle of an octo whirlpool, which is not possible in the vanilla game because the sail does not push you fast enough.
Yeah, it's one of those tricks that is just. It's a special little one.
Yeah, and it's kind of strange. It's interesting that the game has like a fail, or an interaction if you void out in the middle without the octo there. Probably because it shares the same whirlpool effects as the one at the back of Outset, I assume. But
Yeah, it's
just
probably.
interesting. Because that one doesn't have an octo, so you can't always go to
Oh,
the middle.
grappling
Hey,
hook.
there we go. All right, so it's bomb locked grapple.
Yeah,
That
bomb
can
lock
be
grapple.
good information sometimes.
Yep.
For instance, logically you need grapple to get into Forbidden Woods, just based on how you're supposed to get up there the vanilla way. So we know bombs can't be in Forbidden Woods, for example.
Oh, are we going to Dragon Roost Island? Are you going to Dragon Roost Cavern straight away? Oh my.
Possibly.
I like that. That's bold.
Like the fly around check was dead, so we can peek the top of the boulder here and see if we even would need to get it. I don't think currently we have a method. Looked like it might have been spiked. It was a very quick peek.
It was like an extremely quick peek.
It's one of those things where I'm sure they're playing on a slightly bigger screen than I'm watching this sort of split screen vision.
Most definitely.
So when you're playing, it's like, yes, it's very obvious, but otherwise, I'm not checking the windstone.
Not checking the windstone, not checking the beetle that we were parked right next to, but I think we did it on the outside.
I think they checked it earlier. I want to say they checked it at the beginning of the seed. I think it just has like a tingle statue or something. So you can just wait theoretically to pick that up when it's convenient.
Oh, Alex is about to open the vanilla.
Yo, big.
Look at that.
Baits you to go all the way over to the other side just to find out that you'd rather not have picked it up.
That's exactly what happens. But at the same time, you can't know before you open it. So the other player is gonna do exactly the same thing if they go there.
True. Yeah, we'll have to see if the wind shrine has something like a bow. That will probably end up being unfortunate for Shizuka because bow allows for some sneaky, speedy strats in this dungeon.
Yeah, it allows you to do the dungeon backwards pretty much, but at the same time, it is completely doable forwards for Shizuka right now, so it is completely normal to go in this dungeon too.
Yep. Because even if there's a small key in the basement, logically, we have a way of getting down there with the leaf now. So.
Oh yeah.
Now, if there is a small key in the basement, the runners are going to hope to avoid going down there just because it takes a while to do. But
Yeah. Usually you see
shall
the
see.
runners do a small key skip, as we call it, before going to the basement. So
Yeah. Because even though that can kind of take a while, like literally going to the basement is such a freaking endeavor.
so bad, but sometimes you just don't want to go there. Hey, that's the Tingle statue that's supposed to be in this dungeon. Wait on the ladder a little so you don't get bopped by that nice little choo-choo.
Oh, that was a nice shield, by the way. Out of
Yeah.
Shizuka. I like that. I feel
Nicely
like
done.
shield is kind of underutilized by a lot of players.
Oh,
Almost
yeah.
it's kind of easy to forget about, to be fair.
I mean, we start without it at the start of the season, so most players get used to playing without it. But it is a very useful tool. Sometimes just blocking something can save you much more time than trying to kill an enemy.
Yeah. I find like Stalfos are often pretty good for blocking with the shield.
Oh, we're going
Oh,
to the
Shizuka's just
basement.
gonna go straight down to the basement right now. All right.
Well, if you don't feel comfortable with the small key skip, it is definitely an option here.
For sure. For sure.
Pretty nostalgic to see that bit, though. You don't go there often now.
Yeah, and it's the kind of thing too where if this ends up being, I mean, even if this is nothing, if it's not a key or or the big key, you know, small or big,
Yeah.
then regardless, Alex will probably find his way down here anyways. So
It is one of those things that, especially in these settings, it's not very rough to gamble on because
yeah,
back
you can
in
open this door and look at the chest and see what it is, and then instantly peace out. So
exactly, and also since we start with the maps and campuses this season, there's even like it's even more likely that it will be something.
yeah, so looking like it's a key chest of some sort. We'll find out if it's small or big.
If it's the big one, that's vanilla. Oh boy.
Vanilla and a non-vanilla chest. It's a
Oh my
small key.
god,
Okay, there you go.
it is a small one. It often is, honestly.
Yeah, so we'll see. Hard to say, but there's a decent chance Alex will not end up going down there and grabbing that.
Alex trying to peek the chests here.
Yeah, wanting to see if he can save himself some time.
Not
But,
gonna lie,
nope,
the
both spiked.
both spiked, and also on this island, the way of peeking the chests are so small that sometimes I just
I have a
decide
hard
to
time
rush
picking
them.
this one here, the one that normally has a ghost ship chart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I
just
just go
go
through
for
the
it.
pot anyways. I just say screw it. Like, especially if the other chest is nothing, I'll usually just go through the pot because by that time, like by the time I would peek it and see that it was nothing, I probably could have gotten through the pot already.
Oh, another shard here for Shizuka.
Cross the lava.
Yeah, across the lava pit. And now we have to defeat this little goblin to get the stick. Because apparently nothing of Link's equipment can be set on fire.
Yeah, and we will cash in some of the time spent going down to the basement by just being able to go up here normally.
Yeah.
Just open the chests that have keys or the chests that have items and skip everything else and kind of vibe out otherwise. Okay, so Alex is checking Wind Shrine now. So this if this has something like a bow or similar that would allow for a backwards visit through the dungeon, it could be a big deal.
Yeah.
We'll see though. Could be nothing.
And it is.
It's
an empty
another bottle. All right, let's go.
Oh yeah. How did that feel in the stone? I don't know, but and yeah, Alex has not checked the highlight of steel yet, so no grapple in the inventory.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so he's obviously not going to the dungeon,
mean,
is he? Oh, but he has the boomerang, so he can actually check the top of the boulder here, which I think looked spiked to me.
Yeah.
So we'll find out now.
To be fair though to Alex, could always enter the dungeon, open that dungeon warp pot. We have Forbidden Woods later in this seed, so not the worst idea in the world. Bait bag.
Bait bag, alright. Can buy bait from that beetle who just went by.
No, we're going to Crescent.
Fair enough. Look at the bait later.
Yeah, and power bracelets.
Power bracelets, okay.
I mean,
That's
it kind of fits.
Oh, wait, no,
with
Paw Print
the...
was dead, right? Wasn't it? Never mind.
I'm not gonna lie though. Finding shiny objects in the nest of a bird kind of fitting.
It looks like it's spiked on Crescent, so we're gonna go check out what that was. Yeah, I forgot Paw Print was dead. Yeah, never mind. I was like, oh man, Paw Print's fully open for Shizuka. Let's go. 4 checks. Let's.
You're not
Let's
wrong.
do it.
It is fully
Oh,
open.
never mind.
But it is fully empty too.
Yeah. Probably not worth going to check, huh? Hammer.
Hammer.
Okay. Yeah, you know, we'll probably need that. There's some hammer stuff in Earth Temple.
Yeah, logically.
Potential for Cabana as well.
Yeah.
Hammer is kind of a bit of a boring item, though.
It is a bit of a boring item. I remember in one season we tried to make it more interesting by adding fairies into the logic, and then it turned out that most fairy fountains are very easy to break into. So.
So often you don't wait for hammer anyway. Yeah.
Yep. that's what happened.
Yeah.
We try settings every season. We make mistakes every season. One day we will find perfect settings, and today is not that one.
Hey, Ankle's dead. I forgot. Yeah, so we're not buying that Tingle statue.
Yeah, it's one of those days.
R.I.P. Ankle.
Yeah.
In the arms of an angel.
You will be remembered. Angel, that's the other Tingle brother. Oh boy.
Wait, is it really?
No,
oh no,
it's not.
Shizuka got a little pee-pee hop there.
There's Knuckle, Hankle, and David Jr. Don't question the fact that David Jr. is a different name. Don't question the fact that he looks different too. They're still family.
Question that whole lineage in general. I'd rather just forget about it, to be honest. I didn't see what it was, but Alex did, and Alex wants it, so
yeah, Alex looks interesting.
We're gonna be getting whatever's up here.
Yeah. And let's go, bird. Fly. Take us away. I love the goals in this game. They're so cute.
Also, thinking about it, those power bracelets were probably the Earth Temple path.
Is that a bow?
That looked like a bow.
Oh my god,
That's pretty
it is
nice.
a bow.
You can go and do cyclo. No, never mind. Grayfish. The freaking Great Sea is dead.
Yeah, the Great Sea is dead, but that would have been nice in most seeds. And now we're warping to Great Fish.
And mini boss looks like it's nothing. So
yeah, and the wind is in the right direction. that's very nice. I'm not gonna lie. If the wind doesn't want to cooperate with me, I just enter the boss room and grapple away instead.
Yeah, you can do that too if you don't have the leaf. Just like see it.
Yeah, just you enter. They're like, "Oh boy, we gotta work now," and then the guy just goes away. Why did he even enter here? Oh, nicely done with the leaf pump to keep afloat a little longer and go over the boat for Alex.
Oh, just sending the freaking bokoblin into the lava.
The bokoblin that just managed.
That bokoblin, what a freaking useless guy.
I mean,
half the time, like on your time getting up there, he's already falls off the bridge, drops his weapon. Just like, come on, guy, get it together.
Listen, he tries, but he fails
does
a lot.
Try.
He fails a lot.
Like maybe he should try a little harder, you know?
I mean, already being able to bring yourself back up on a rope bridge is impressive. So I'm gonna give him some point for that.
I guess that's fair. And they're gonna take the nice little dungeon warp pot, go right back up outside the boss room, and we're gonna be out of here.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and grab the big key that's conveniently right here.
Yeah, or flex and do your big key skip.
Store it and just do the big key skip with it. Yeah, that'd be the ultimate.
Yeah, that would be a flex right there.
With full knowledge of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Ignore the big key and skip the big key. Yeah, Alex sees the needle is nothing, so we're out of here.
Yeah, we're out. And probably in the Randomizer Cavern in a few minutes. Oh no, or not. Forest Haven.
Forest Haven first.
I don't hate this.
You know, I can see that because without fire arrows or bombs, doing full DRC backwards, you get kind of cut off in the dark room. There is a storage strat that you can do,
With the hook
but
shot, yeah.
it's kind of like if both dungeons are fully open and one of them is just ever so slightly more fully open than the other, why not do that one first?
Yeah. We do have everything to do that one too, so we might even see Shizuka follow Alex into that dungeon very soon. So.
Yeah, and armor raise is a really good point. Small island chest just hinted as a bow, so
That is true too.
could have theoretically picked. Oh, the he had with the snipe.
Look at that! That's the employee of the seed right there.
Dang, that's so unfortunate. Just barely missed it with the leaf attack.
Yeah.
Unless maybe Alex did a leaf pump instead of the leaf attack. I'm not sure. I'd have to look back and see.
The Mad P Hatter added in
The
for him today.
P Hatter.
To be fair,
I
it's
wonder
one of
if
those
Alex
tricks.
is waiting. If he's just gonna climb the tree, like, because Forbidden Woods puts you out inside by the Deku tree.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's just gonna wait and do both at that point.
That would be a good plan, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say because doing the tree like backwards, especially since you can peek it, can be kind of quick, and since you have to get the island anyways, like maybe I don't know. So I'm never sure, but.
And Shizuka finishing things off with Golma. About to grab another piece of the Triforce there. I don't know how he peeked that one, but well done, Alex.
Again, I think his visuals are probably a little bit clearer than ours. Yeah. Like the bottom chest is also nothing. I didn't see if it was a key chest or not. So you can sometimes route a little differently depending on, again, the dungeon item locations. You know, Forbidden Woods has a big key and one small key, so not a lot going on, but both of them are easily skipped. I suppose a little bit less easily skipped because of the absence of bombs right now. You'd have to be a bit careful about how you route your chests, leave yourself open for some storage opportunities, but...
It's definitely skippable. But personally, the first one I always open, just in case it's the big one.
That's fair, that's fair.
I don't really like bomb drop storage, and storing the Mort Pit is a bit of a...
Kind
of
an
adventure, you know?
A bit of an adventure. Yeah. An adventure is a good word for it.
It works, but if you can skip that, better.
Yeah.
Getting storage at this point here, gonna allow us to open the next chest and get our nice little small collisions.
Yeah, I suppose we never gave a quick brief overview for storage, but a very common use of storage. So storage is just a glitchy state that you can get yourself into with the Wind Waker, and it kind of lets you store properties from different cutscenes. One of the cutscenes is opening chests, and one of the properties of a chest opening cutscene is shrinking your hitbox so that way the game can actually move Link's model close to the chest.
Yeah, it's kind of a happy little accident that it works out for us.
Yeah, so by storing that cutscene, we get that altered hitbox property, and never get our normal hitbox return. So you're seeing Alex like climb up walls and other things that you shouldn't be able to, and it's because of that. So very commonly used.
Kind of the bread and butter of this rando.
Pretty much, yeah. Because here's the thing: like a lot of strats and stuff that we do with chest storage are possible without. They're just way more annoying. Like people might look at it and be like, "Oh, I don't know about this storage thing," but trust me, this is the lesser of two evils. So
if we didn't have chest storage, we will roll clip a whole lot more.
Yeah.
But yeah, in general, when you see the wand, you know something fun is gonna happen soon.
Oh yes, Alex climbing up the arm to do the peak a little earlier. I like it.
Yeah.
I wonder who we might have seen that from. As I adjust my glasses.
All
He
right.
came up with it himself.
So I think the quickest way of dealing with this mini boss here is hookshot slash the thing, slash the hammer. But we don't even need to deal with them today.
Oh, yep, again, just peeking that chest, seeing if it's spiked. It's not, so we're out. One of the things you have to be careful about with chest storage, although in this instance we didn't necessarily have a super required item stored, but you have to be careful because part of storing that cutscene is you don't actually get the item right away. So you want to make sure that the area either gets unloaded or you end up voiding out, which reloads the area. But
Ooh.
going into the mini bosses are located in their own separate map, so
Yeah.
that does reload.
Shizuka getting their Hero's Bow, which will be the Fire and Ice arrows for Alex.
Yeah, which now that I think about it, they went into DRC with the leaf, right?
Yes.
And like, I'm just like, I guess we knew that bow was hinted. Maybe they just don't, they're not super comfortable with the shoot the platform down strat. I'm not sure. Yeah, you could basically guarantee yourself a bow before DRC at that point.
That is true. And
Ooh,
here's another
Master
Master Sword. So both of these dungeons have at least one.
Spreading it out, it's like...
Yeah. Make every dungeon required? Damn.
Make every dungeon required. Put a sword in both. Kind of makes it feel like they're the temples, even though they're not.
Yeah, they're different temples. Just
Yeah. Forget going to Earth Temple and Wind Temple to power up your Master Sword. Just go to DRC and Forbidden Woods. Easy.
Yeah, Lava Temple and Tree Temple. There you go. Hey, that's another spiky one. Try for a shard. That is also
be honest,
very
I was
required.
not paying enough attention in the during the Vine Maze, so I don't know if we've seen the other key chest or not. No, I guess we never checked Double Mothla either, so we're not going to be able to rule out Big Key anyways, so never mind.
Yeah, it's one of those seeds. Oh, and we're gonna do the boomerang throw here.
Oh.
Or not. Just peek the chest and go out.
I think got the kind of weird, sometimes it can, once it like locks on like that, you can't do it, and when the p-hats get a little bit closer, it gets extra awkward.
Yeah, it does get extra awkward.
I wonder if Alex was like, "Oh, I'll just use bombs instead," or like, "Oh, I'll use fire and ice instead," and then have that moment where like, "Oh wait."
The trick to not get locked on the chest is to basically prepare your shot from the left. Like you go too far to the left and then you go back right a little. That's how I do it.
Yeah, it's honestly a really cool strat. It feels very satisfying to get. The boomerang will collide with stuff on its way out, but not on its way back to you. So we take advantage of that and let it just go through and hit the bulb on top of that chest.
And that's another
a lot
sword,
faster doing this room normally.
Another sword. Wow.
Yeah. Forbidden Woods, I mean, that's like the classic, right? Like that's the classic.
It
people
used to be
always talk about Forbidden Woods having like weapons, especially swords, just all the time. Since season 4, I felt like that was a common occurrence.
Oh yeah, season 4 has been bringing back one of my favorite expressions from season 1, the value woods. It's true. It's a very fast dungeon, even if you have to check everything, so it feels kind of satisfying to go in.
And I think we're gonna break into some cabana. Thank you, chest on top, so that always kind of feels nice, because that means you didn't, I guess, waste time, quote unquote, going all the way up there and storing that chest. Obviously, if you find good stuff in here too, that's worthwhile.
Bonus.
But if I'm not mistaken, we don't have hammer, so we will be doing this hammerless.
Yeah, hammerless is a little slower.
Yeah, which will lose some time over doing the hammer version.
But it's kind of cool to see too, because it just shows how little playtesting was done with Sidling. So it's impressive.
Yeah, we don't get to see any like the paw print sidle strats, but this is another good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like playing Wind Waker, if you've ever played Wind Waker, just casually or whatever, I encourage you to try this because it is as straightforward as it's about to look.
Yeah, it is a surprisingly easy strat.
Yeah, there's a barred door here, and you're supposed to hit the hammer to move it, but the gap is just big enough that if you sidle, you squeeze through.
Yep, just Link is made
having like accurate hitboxes, I guess, or whatever. But
Oh, and look at that, the mirror shield
Yeah,
also.
mirror shield for Alex.
So that's gonna make angular an option when we go out of here.
Yeah, that's pretty convenient for the old routing. I always
And
have to
also,
double check like before I say something like that. Like that wasn't Baron, right? Like
I don't think it was.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
But also, it is a nice thing to find since we have her temple to
It's true.
do in
We
this
do
one.
have Earth Temple, yeah. Not really feeling like wanting to probably do that without the mirror shield.
Yeah, it's.
Ooh.
Oh boy, that was close.
Okay, the other redud was kind of
Was looking a little
close
too.
there. Yeah, if,
It's
if the redud shouts at you, no
you
matter where
get
you
stuck.
are, Link stands up to get scared. There's no crouch crawl animation for being scared. And if you stand up in a crawl space, you void.
Yeah, and enjoy voiding out. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and that's
I love the
back to
redeads
the
there
beginning
because
with you.
if you don't kill them, they're just like standing there menacingly, and you don't know if they're gonna be angry or not.
Yeah. Still worry about the lore of why there are redeads in the basement of this house that Miss Marie gives away to you for a surprisingly small sum. A couple necklaces, and she's like, alright, take this off my hands.
Yeah, it's
Like she's trying to distance herself from evidence, but that's just me.
You know how some houses come with like asbestos everywhere? That's the problem with that one. That's why it's cheap.
I think I'd take the asbestos at that point.
I mean,
And
maybe
that's saying something.
I'm gonna say maybe those guys were just exposed to asbestos. You never know.
Suppose it's possible.
Fun fact about asbestos: in my region of the world, there was a town that was literally called Asbestos. They changed names last year. That's pretty fun. She knows more than she claims. She's a teacher and a necromancer. What do you mean?
Alright. Well, 40 minutes in. Time to go to Windfall for the first time. Shizuka very much clearly a proponent of the delay Windfall as much as you can. Try and get as much as you can for the first visit. Although, having said that, we really didn't get anything.
Nope, we didn't get much.
We don't have delivery bag. We don't have Picto Box. We don't have fire and ice arrows.
Yeah.
So anything that we're doing now is the same stuff we would have done on our first visit.
Hey,
that's just how it goes.
Look at that. That's fire and ice arrows.
Who put those there?
I don't know.
I can't believe it. I had no idea those would be there.
Yeah. Look at that. Shizuka climbing up the stairs to the House of Wealth.
Alright, Orca, what you got?
Okay, Orca.
Give us the light arrows. I'll take a light arrows, please. Oh.
Nope.
Or a Valentine. Sure, I guess that works. Yeah, it's too early for light arrows.
Mr. Orca, I feel like you're a little old to be sending me this, but thank you. I appreciate the thoughts. It's nice.
Oh gosh, no. Alex has changed compass too. I have to point it out anytime.
Oh boy.
As an added option for the season 5 randomizer.
Oh, I hate that.
Is having the swapped compass so that it points the direction that Coral is facing instead of just always pointing north. In relation to how Coral's facing. Yeah, I kind of hate it too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be completely honest. It's like it's no good.
You know how the magnetic north of Hyrule is already fucked up by the fact that there's literally magnetic norths inside of every dungeons? That's worse somehow.
This is where you've gone. I was gonna say Mission Impossible. No, what's the one with Nicolas Cage?
Nicolas Cage, National Treasure?
National Treasure, yeah. Go full National Treasure, and you steal magnetic north.
Oh yeah, you steal the magnetic north. That's pretty fun, actually. That could make a good movie. I'm pretty sure we could pitch it to Nicolas Cage and he would say yes because he says yes to every single movie. It feels.
Hey, if someone's gonna pay you, you know?
Yeah. You have an idea.
If the money is right.
We have an idea for a movie. It's absolutely terrible, but we're gonna pay you. I'm in, man. I'm in.
Yeah, pay? Say no more.
Almost went in. Almost.
Yeah.
There we go.
If
There
you
we go.
don't have like target camera there, it can be kind of weird because when you start clipping into the door, the camera does not want to go inside of the door with you. So it'll like flip around real fast. So all of a sudden holding up means instead of going towards the door, you turn out of the door. Weird.
Yeah, it's one of those weird places.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you crawl out of into the secret room on Mez's place and you start crawling backwards.
Oh god, yeah, it's such a freaking pain.
It's one of those places. The camera just doesn't want to work at that point.
Yeah.
Looks
Because
like
you're in target cam and it has like a specific like camera that it wants to show you, but it just completely destroys your movement. Because
yeah.
you're holding forward to go through the crawl space, and then all of a sudden forward is backward in like one frame.
So the inside of Angular apparently had nothing, but the top,
At the peak, we're looking at something here.
yeah, it's a
Picto.
picto box. Yay! I mean, that's one check on one fall.
It's true. Yeah, seeing as both runners store canceled into Lenzo, it literally only opens up one more check now. Normally it would be 3, but
And looks
whoops.
like, oh boy,
This is probably a DRC visit.
yeah, it is a
Yeah.
DRC visit.
Yeah, makes sense. Check Angular, but at this point, especially now with Fire and Ice, I mean, I was talking about the situation with the dark room and going backwards, but
Oh, yeah.
that's solved. So we're chilling.
It is.
I guess
solved.
not just the dark room, but also the initial right side of the dungeon. You can do backwards, where you normally have to use the Bokoblin sword to break the wooden
Yeah.
barriers. You can now burn them. So
Just gonna commit arson a few times, and the dungeon will be over.
yeah, as you do, right?
Yeah. Well, Link commits lots of crimes, you know? It's breaking and entering in a few houses, liberating prisoners.
He's clearly a proponent of the greater good mentality. Where
Yeah.
he's like, look, alright, I'm saving the world out here, alright? Ganon's gonna drown everything. I'm trying my best. Mesa, you can unlock your gosh dang door for me, okay?
Oh boy, Mesa.
Help a brother out.
What I really love about that trick to get into Mesa's house is that literally, when you clip inside, he's supposed to be sleeping at that time, and he's just not there.
Yeah. You would
Maybe he
think
made a
you'd see him on
mistake.
the bed, but you only see him on the bed when he's awake.
Yeah. And he looks a little, he's just like, yeah, I'm reading books and chilling here. Don't question it. Don't tell people
He's also
I
just
live.
apparently nocturnal. Like, I don't...
Yeah.
He sleeps during the day, he's awake at night, and he's a grass cutter.
Yeah.
What kind of grass is he cutting?
I mean, to be fair, at the beginning of the game, he cuts the grass during the day, but the monsters make so much noise at night that he can't sleep.
Oh, is that the lore?
Yeah, that is the lore.
Oh my god, I'm learning things.
Basically, there's no monsters on that island at the beginning of the game, but once you get back and Ganondorf has started to increase his influence over the world, there's
That's right,
monsters
the
now.
chews do show up, don't they? Oh my god,
Yeah.
wait, that's insane. I never...
That is the reason why he's nocturnal at that point. Hey, go ship
Dang.
charts.
My mind has been blown and expanded, and I don't even know what else. I'm not sure how to feel about this.
Oh,
Oh,
Alex,
nice, the parry jump. Let's
The
go.
parry jump. That's always fun to see. It's one of those threats. It's also a good way of getting out of the Mort Pit if you have storage.
Oh, and Forbidden Woods, yeah.
And Forbidden Woods. Oh, but look at that. We're exchanging checks and learning nothing new for a while, so I'm just gonna take the time to plug our two trackers. They're doing a wonderful job. Tally D must never get it. Thank you both for tracking.
Noble volunteers.
Yeah.
Doing noble volunteer work.
And one of them is Patrick as their profile image, and I love that. Patrick Star.
This looks like... So Alex is going to attempt to avoid the basement. And going through DRC backwards...
Oh, interesting.
Oh, he's doing the halfway this way.
Yeah, the
okay.
halfway strat.
Wait.
Why not? Why not? So many routes now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if I've seen this kind of version. I'm trying to think. I guess depending on how you would normally handle the mini boss room, because some people will set their void out point there, so go inside the door and outside the door, which does sort of spend an amount of time.
Hmm.
So you maybe avoid doing that, and then it's easier to leave towards the rope bridge as opposed to the opposite direction, because you kind of just do it in one go. And then you can go from under rope bridge to sort of like doing it halfway down. So at the expense of doing kind of like the pot room the normal way.
Oh, would you look at that? That's a full Master Sword now. Oh, and
True.
Shizuka
Yeah.
missing the bus here.
Oh no. Shoot.
It's both of our runners having trouble with that trick today. Or
Might have
let's
actually
go.
got it on the backup.
Oh, that's
I'm not
enough.
sure. The height is a bit iffy. It's
Yeah.
possible they could have gotten to a void out, but looks like they decided that they didn't want to try it there.
Yeah, and power bracelets have been acquired.
Let's go onion rings.
Yeah, good old onion rings. Don't bite into them though, because they're quite hard.
Now, did Alex open up any warp pots? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Probably just gonna ride the platform up to under rope.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Pushing the
And
block
I imagine
here.
checking that to make sure that it's not the big key.
Yeah.
Just wants to make sure that we don't have to go down to the basement. And
now,
Forbidden Woods, which we've also seen.
yeah,
Yeah, lots of covering each other's footsteps, but you know, this is how it goes. This is how we do.
Alex went by the ladder that's made of wood but resists lava somehow. Still don't understand that one.
Thought you were the one who said magic earlier. Come on.
Yeah, but magic has limits, okay?
I mean, we do. Yeah, it's true. The limit is the magic meter.
Yeah, the magic meter. It is quite big in this season settings, though.
Yeah. Like, I guess we didn't mention that, but that was one of the things that we've changed for season 5, starting with double magic.
Quite nice to have.
Yeah,
It
kind of a
makes
nice change. I think it also helps out newer runners a little bit too.
It does, especially with tricks like the entrance of Forbidden Woods there. Having just half of the meter is... it's quite tight at the end.
Yeah, but with double magic, it's pretty much a guarantee. As
Yeah.
long as you get out of the boat cleanly, you're kind of chilling.
Oh, and we're gonna use the water here. Why not?
Oh, nice cutscene skip.
Yeah.
The short cutscene that plays the first time that you dip one of those into the lava and make a platform. But for whatever reason, by not adjusting the camera at all, it's pretty consistent to, if you start one of those like on top of yourself, it doesn't end up playing the cutscene. I don't fully know why, I just know that it works.
Well, we're gonna plug it again, but magic. And also, a lack of playtesting.
I also remember everything that I said or theorized about Alex's route on the fly. Yeah, just ignore
No.
everything that I said because we're just doing this way anyway.
Still, it's an interesting route.
Maybe we can ask him.
Yeah, it's one of those things that we can ask.
This is true.
If you have
Of
questions,
course, if
for
I
the
know
run,
me, I'll probably forget.
Yeah. I always have a sheet of paper in front of me to take notes for questions, and I always forget to take the notes. So.
Oh, you know what? I think maybe I just realized. So Alex has checked everything at that point except for the mini boss room. So let's say he hasn't seen the big key yet. He might have been able to rule out instantly without even having to walk up the stairs to check it.
Interesting.
That might have been the idea. Obviously, we saw earlier from Shizuka that the big key is right outside the door. So he couldn't just automatically rule it out like that, but I wonder if perhaps that's the theory behind this route.
It might be, actually.
Because he definitely peeked both of these chests before. Because like I said, people will often enter and exit that door to set their void out spot, and we saw Alex use that void out spot, but I don't know. Maybe we're getting too nerdy up in here. Gotta.
Yeah, we're starting to talk about deep routing there.
Look, alright, I like this game. What can I say?
Deep routing. It's the routing that they don't want you to know about.
I'd say that this game helped keep me sane during COVID, but maybe it sounds like I lost my mind a little bit because of it.
A real Pepe Sylvia moment.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got the Goma boss and the mini boss.
Yeah. Good old mini boss. Hello, mini boss. There's nothing. You get to live today.
Yeah.
You get to live.
Now, if only we could do that for Goma. If we could figure out a way to just save warping out of Goma while still getting the shard, that'd be pretty sweet.
That would be nice, but well, there's a Goma overpopulation in these seeds, and we gotta do our fair share of hunting. Yeah, then if your bag is still eluding us, that is for a fact, actually.
And I think we've cashed in all of our various hints, so I don't,
Well, we're still haven't cashed in the Zonary Progressive bow, so...
Oh, yeah, that's right. We actually know where the freaking other bow is. I forgot. Remember earlier when I was talking about Orca? Yeah, I pay real good attention.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Orca could have always fleeced Zonary out of some arrows. You never know.
I guess if he'd given the delivery bag, we could have counted me being correct, maybe.
Listen, Orca is the kind of guy that is able to lie so well that he teaches a guy how to use a sword while he uses a spear. He's a master.
That's true. Have you seen the Moblins and what they do?
Oh,
they make the spear look like it's probably the superior weapon.
It is a superior weapon.
Have you ever picked up a Moblin spear? Those things are awesome.
The Master Sword has nothing on the Moblin Spear.
Yeah, Master Sword damage like 3 times the range.
Yeah. I'm always questioning the blacksmiths in the Zelda games because quite a few things that make no sense, like especially in Breath of the Wild, the weapons used by the Warrior Guards, they break after about 22 hits, and they're supposed to be forged by the best blacksmiths in the world.
Like, time was not kind to them, okay?
And then there's a Master Sword who needs a nap every 20 or so shots, so it's something. Even the gods can't figure out how to make swords.
Ugh, what is Alex doing? What is this?
It's Fire Mountain.
Checking Fire Mountain. Oh my god.
I mean, it's right next to the exit.
I'm here on comms. Oh my god.
You can close your eyes. It's fine.
Nuts. Yeah. I guess, I mean, you got nowhere else to go from DRC, and you have Fire and Ice arrows now. I suppose it's okay. But when it's empty, when it's nothing, I'm gonna be the one laughing, okay?
Alright, keep that in mind.
I probably won't actually laugh, but, you know. Maybe on the inside, a little bit.
Just start laughing like Ganondorf in the last cutscene of this game. It's pretty.
Watch
pretty
it be
intense.
like a spike chest, and then it'll end up being like the 3rd bottle.
Oh boy,
a lot of Season 5 seeds feel like they have extra bottles. I don't know why. It's just random.
Yeah, bottle percent is actually pretty rare, but
yeah, having a few extra here and there tends not to be. Which sort of is a bit of a bummer because they end up in spike chests no matter what, even if you already have one.
Yeah, and Alex just, taking a lava bath. It's a very hot bath. Kinda dangerous. Alright, time to...
The designers really said, yeah, okay, we're gonna make an island. It's kind of like a pain in the ass to get up on top of. I'm gonna put a bunch of lava in here, and then everyone's favorite 2 enemies, Keese and Magtails. People are gonna love it. It's gonna be so good.
Like I said, this room lacked a little playtesting, you know? Hey, that's Mikey.
Don't worry. Hang on.
Hang on,
Can't
yes.
call it just yet.
And it's required.
I'm mad. I'm fuming.
It's one of those seeds where Claire
I'm
would be
upset.
doing that place last and just being sad at the hand.
Well, I would have full cleared this seed.
Yeah. Where is the delivery bag?
God,
Is the
imagine
question.
Earth Temple is dead too. If Earth Temple's empty, if
Earth
delivery bag is
Temple.
in the overworld, like that's go mode at this point.
Delivery bag is an IRO. That would be insane.
Honestly, that's not possible. Or that is possible. Sorry,
It
not
is possible.
possible. That is definitely possible. It
It
could
is.
100% happen. Because I don't
If
think
it
we didn't get anything in Cabana, for example, right? So
if it happens, wow.
that would be spicy for sure.
Alex about to go check cabinet. We already know it's empty, but he doesn't know that yet.
Yeah. It does have the hammer though, so we'll get to see the hammer strats.
Yeah.
So if you were wondering earlier and you haven't seen them, well, what hammer strats I was talking about? Well, one, the vanilla way that you're supposed to do it was with hammer, but we also can use the hammer to go even faster.
Yeah.
And you'll see what I'm talking about.
Let's say that the hammer in this game can do pretty much what the hammer in real life can do, and that is breaking walls.
Oh, you know what? I've totally forgot to try and figure out what the heck this was up here, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
Is this just
me
like
too.
a Tingle statue or something?
I don't know actually. It was Iron
I
Boots.
never actually checked. Oh, it was Iron Boots? Nice.
Thank you, Teledemos,
Oh, man.
for the hint. Hello, Mr. Dorman.
Yeah, that's another one of the, depending on the dungeons, that's another one of those fake spike items.
Yeah. I mean, the item itself is spiky too, so...
True.
Crystal... You're not Crystademos today. Only when you're in commentary.
So Shizuka also got the mirror shield while in here. They both had a shield going in, so... I imagine we'll peek on over to Angular as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so as you saw there from Alex, and you'll see again in a second, those pegs that you can hit with the hammer can actually be hit through the walls because the hammer hitbox doesn't get stopped on the wall, and it's big, like really big.
It's very big, and also it's in front and behind you at the same time.
It's
pretty insane.
Good item, by the way.
Yeah. Look
well
at that.
coded.
Very well coded.
I mean, to be fair, it's kind of like it's probably just easier having it work that way. It feels better for the player, and they didn't necessarily consider the fact that this would be a possible thing that you can do.
Oh yeah, and to be fair, I imagine the development cycle of this game, and at some point there's like a bunch of guys talking about what they should be playtesting, and instead of doing playtesting, they decide to program a full side quest of figuring out how to get figurines with only a limit of 3 pictures at a time. That's what they spent their time on to instead.
I hate this compass so much. I'm actually struggling to figure out where the hell... Oh, Bomb Island. I'm like, where are we going?
It is Bomb
We're going to Bomb Island. Oh, they're both using it too, I just noticed. Gosh dang it.
Yeah, just don't look at the compass.
I'll refuse.
Just don't.
I'm gonna continue to live my boomer status.
The magnetic north is a lie. Oh god.
Nice little hook shots on the Bomb Island stuff. And also on the Angular.
Basically,
it's a lot faster to just hookshot that chest and skip doing all the nonsense to
to
get up there. Oh, we haven't seen Pompey and Vera. Now that I think about it, that could easily be like delivery bag. Like for all we know, like delivery bag is not confirmed to not be in Hyrule because there was nothing preventing progression in the only delivery bag checks that we've seen and can see without it. But that doesn't necessarily mean.
And to answer your question, there's a new option for the compass that makes it so instead of always pointing north, it just points somewhere else.
Oh yeah, it points the direction that Coral is facing, the boat, instead of just always facing north.
It's just so wrong.
Yeah, it really just messes me up. That's all.
Oh,
and ZeldaSpeedRuns 2 raiding us. Welcome, raiders. We have another race because
Yeah,
2
welcome to
races in a
further
day.
Wind Waker.
Yeah, 2 races in a day is not enough.
If you've been here for all 3, shout outs to you.
Yeah. Hey, it's time for Mila.
Which we know is required, so gonna have to get that eventually. They're also they're also both on. Oh, Koala's going for the jank hook shot there.
Yeah.
Just right through the floor. No big deal.
Just don't question it. Well, time to get Creeb. Yes, Koala is playing. Koalex is playing.
Like, look at these windmill cutscenes back to back. Different ones, but
Yeah, different ones.
still
but
happening.
we saw all the progression of the windmill in a few seconds there. And Creeb with a piece of art. That's lovely, man.
We might be. I think we're actually pretty close to a 4th heart.
Yeah, I think
That's
we're
the 2nd or
one
3rd
up.
that we've gotten. I think.
And Alex is gonna go take that piece of art and
She's
use it.
looking through the picto.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's just like, just waiting for Mila. It's so long.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Alex using that part of his heart that he found to just go and get Lenzo out of his depression. Very nice. Using that trick again. And apparently we're going on the gondola now.
Hey, you know, we
If
got
we
there
made-
in the
oh,
end.
boy.
Or I spoke too soon, perhaps.
You spoke too soon. Or not. Or
Saved?
not. No, not saved.
No,
Ah.
bumping. Yeah.
That was
Especially
so
depending
close,
how the
though.
wind can be facing in the overworld. If you get like tapped by anything, it can just throw you so off.
Yeah, and
There
there we
we
go. Mila with the shard. We need 2 more for Shizuka. We know that one of them is on Jahala. And we know that the other one has been found by Alex. So
Do you remember what bow Shizuka doesn't have? I'm trying to remember.
the top of Headstone one.
Ah, yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah, probably waiting to check that before, till right before going into ET, I'm sure. Probably the thought process.
It is a good thought process, honestly. Yeah, 2 bow hints in this one. If you thought 1 bow hint was too much, well, here's 2.
I'm gonna probably check the transparent chest here. I can't get it, but you can see. And again,
Yeah. Oh,
if it's
it's
spiked
not
or
spiked.
not, which looks like it's not, then
Yes, we're just
it's
looking for
just
delivery
as
bag.
good as checking it.
We're just looking for delivery bag, and it still could possibly be an roll. So
Yeah. We can't confirm that it can't be. Both runners have checked Cabana, but Cabana had nothing, so it could literally, we have no information on it.
yeah.
You're just playing rando.
And Pompey and Vera have, and it looks
The
Picto
deluxe Picto. Nice. Picto lock Picto.
Yeah, it happens a lot in this season. It happens a lot. And time to do another picture.
Yeah,
Minenko this
not a
time.
bad time to get it. Just run a little bit further along and show her herself. There you
And
go.
Minenko with the delivery
The
bag.
delivery
so
bag.
there is our problem. The little
So
problem
that is
item.
gonna be, I guess we'll call it, it's go mode, no mode, I don't know.
No mode, yes.
I'd say it's go. We know what we need to do. We just have to do it at this point. We're
We
just,
still don't have the bombs too, so but we can finish without them. It's just
yeah.
it's
I
weird.
think the only way we finish with bombs if it's the first check of Earth Temple. Otherwise, we're not finishing with bombs on Alex's
Yeah.
side.
Yeah. And
We're looking at a go mode Earth Temple.
yeah, just gonna go straight, get the town flower. Do take it. Oh, and yes, note to mom was the forgotten mail item that we got at the beginning of the seed.
Yo, there we go.
Well,
It was
time
either
to go
that or
some...
Cabana Deed, so that's what was
Yeah.
in Cliff, but we'll never, we don't care now. But both runners have it.
Yeah. Yeah, no
Gotta
idea
love
where the
a little
bombs
bit of
are.
accurate tracking. Feels good.
Is this the last Wind Waker race today? I believe it is, but tomorrow there's
so.
a bunch of races too, so Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, there's definitely no shortage of races.
And literally, the Challenge Cup is also kicking off, so there's going to be even more races
Yeah.
in the coming week.
A lot of good Wind Waker.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, even that Challenge Cup is looking spicy. Oh boy. Lots of those runners are very good. And then there's this Mongol guy. Damn.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
He has a dog, makes bizarre predictions. It's great.
So Shizuka, after getting this delivery bag, likely will go ahead and probably cash in the bow.
Yeah.
With similar swiftness as Alex's. That's going to only be his fire and ice. And there's still a shard. I'm actually also trying to remember what shard that we're missing.
Yeah, I don't remember which one it is.
Kind of a lot of cheese happening in this.
Oh, and here are our light arrows.
Oh yeah, you know what? That would be Fire Mountain.
Yeah, it is.
Because obviously he can't get that right now. So
that explains it. Yes.
Yeah, I would have lost the seed. I would have definitely. I would have gone to Earth Temple before Fire Mountain, probably.
At least you're aware of your own weakness. You know it.
It's fine. Hey, it's random, baby.
It's a choice, you know?
That's how it goes.
Sometimes it will have something, sometimes it will not.
Ooh, and we're gonna see if this is bombs, perhaps, on Note to Mom.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, gonna check actually all these delivery bag related checks, I'm sure.
In their situation, it makes a lot of sense to check
that. Oh yeah,
that.
100%, 100%.
Because you just got 3 checks, all in that same delivery bag, so. Yeah, Note to Mom is probably gonna be the one, but checking the other 2 pieces of mail can't hurt. I mean, it's good for my curiosity, at least.
Also get to do the fabled see the Moblin cutscene, but already have it.
Yeah.
So then you just instantly walk right up to Maggie and be like, look, I had it all along. I actually pickpocketed the Rito on my way, on his way out.
And no, it's actually just a plan. You guys are both UPS delivery guys, and you know the first one is going to get caught, but the second one is not dressed like a UPS guy and just goes through.
Big brain, big brain.
And the bird. Time to fly.
The Moblin on Alex's side chased him the whole way and ended up falling. Oh, hey, there's Cavanadine.
Yeah, Cavanadine is there.
Locked behind delivery bag. Suppose that makes sense why we didn't find it.
Yeah, explains everything. It lets us know a little more about the logic of this scene. Alright.
Is this first room chest a spiked chest? And then if it is that bombs? Because otherwise Alex will not have bombs at the end.
Yeah,
which, I mean, you know, it's fine.
It makes sense. When you skip...
Aurora's Pro.
Oh my god. So that's
all the
another...
mail suddenly. All the mail-related things.
So the mail leads to mail. Mail chain, you know? Chain mail.
Chain mail. The light arrow on the normal chew, poor guy. He didn't deserve
it. This guy just got obliterated. You know when you're doing like your crib shots at the end and there's just a bat that gets in the way?
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy just gets obliterated.
Yeah. He never sees it coming. Also, not spiked, so yeah, I don't know where bombs are. Maybe we'll see him at Shizuka's side.
Yeah, maybe. There's a 50 rupees.
Big.
And time for Baido's mom.
Alright, this is from our cliff plat check. Oh, there they are.
Bashiko with the bombs.
Oh my gosh. Alright, well, there we go.
Well, we have the critical information now.
We do. Perfectly timed as well. Just long enough to potentially give us the chance to see it on Alex's side without spoiling.
And bombs is also another piece of mail, so Shizuka's going to take the time to check that.
More money.
More money, yes.
Well, plenty of cash for the trading quest.
Yeah,
that's
lots
nice.
of cash. And meanwhile, Alex trying to get that little roll clip here. It's one of the ones that makes you the most stressed, because if you fall down, you're done for.
Yeah. It's funny, we brought up earlier that chest storage allows you to bypass a lot of roll clips. That's part of the reason why it's, all things considered, a lot better that we allow it than avoid it. That roll clip is special because
It's so precise that you actually need both of the tricks at the same time.
It's still a roll clip even with storage.
Yeah.
The game really doesn't want you to get out of bounds there.
It's probably the one place in Wind Waker that was the most playtested.
I want to say there's you can do like a bomb clip, roll clip there, but without storage, but that's I think really tough.
We're gonna have to ask our Wind Waker scientists in the chat, because I don't know either.
I mean, it's not something you ever see runners do. I think there's a part of me that says that that's a thing that's possible.
Oh,
so Alex is a little low on magic here. There is a skull. He's just gonna drink soup. There is a skull. That's a guaranteed magic drop in the room, but it tends to aggro some of the enemies in this room. So maybe it's kind of just better just to drink soup. Plus double damage for the Jahala fight, which is nice.
Yeah. It makes it so you don't even need to do spins to kill the little ghosts. You just
they die and you just one sword stab. Yeah, which is nice. It's a little bit convenient as far as the damage routing goes.
We're getting out the patented back killer, as I like to call it. And no more double damage.
As I say, never mind, we ate a casket.
Twice.
It happens.
It does. Hey, here are fire.
I don't think that's why we were drinking the soup on Alex's side, really. It was just potentially an added benefit.
Yeah,
and there's our other hinted bow, so...
Yeah.
Looking for one more.
Yeah, the one on the top of Headstone.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and check Creeb now, too, which...
It's a very interesting way to get up to Creeb, I gotta say. Seen it a few times on Shizuka's side.
Oh, off the tree?
Yeah, off the tree. So it's always fun.
I like the tree. I kind of like off the tree, though.
Yeah. The tree jump is fun.
An extra half soup? Come on, no. I hate it. My pet peeve. I know plenty of runners like to do it, but...
I mean, it's just good practice,
I figured that. It's true. That is true, actually. I figure once you have 3 drinks of soup, I mean, especially this late, you're probably chilling. You probably could just not... we'll see if Alex even drinks soup 3 more times this seed.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. My rule of thumb is if I have an empty bottle that doesn't have soup in it, I dupe it into it. If I have 4, I go all the way.
Oh my god, no.
It's soup percent, and it's great.
Soup percent, fair. Yeah, I only ever dupe into 1 bottle, and then I just hope to never screw it up. I dupe into 1 bottle, and then if it's I have a half bottle, I just drink that duped bottle.
Look at that.
I think part of the reason I do it, though, is I'm not that great at soup dupe. I tend to fail it more often than get it, so...
I'm also not very great at it.
I usually overcompensate and go too early. If you go too early with soup dupe, at least you don't just drink the soup.
You just
But every time you fail it, it just wastes time, so...
Yeah. It's one of those tricks that's fun to show to friends that don't really speedrun this game, because you can tell them, hey, you know a frame perfect trick now.
True. Also, Alex wasted no time in dispatching of Jahala and getting through Earth Temple, so we are going to be Hyrule at quite a brisk pace.
Yeah, pretty fast seas today. And Shizuka is going to Ice Ring now. There's a few places left on their personal tracker. There is Ice Ring, there is Fire Mountain, there's also 1 check on Outset, which is probably Big Pig, and the top of Headstone, which we know will be probably their go mode.
Yeah, it's seeming like they're gonna they're committing to the full clear of the overworld, which let's hope that continues to be the case, because that is the move right now. Empty Earth Temple.
Yeah.
Not the first time in recent history that we've seen that.
Earth Temple is one of those dungeons that requires a lot, and I mean a lot of items to be completed logically, so it tends to be a little more empty than the other ones, but at the same time, that is just confirmation bias. It could happen, a seat where everything is in Earth Temple.
Yeah, because usually logic requires fire and ice arrows as well as both shield upgrades, as well as power bracelets, as well as hammer. So yeah, and command melody on top of that.
And to answer your question in chat, we need all 8 pieces of the Triforce to get into Hyrule. We need all swords to be able to break the barrier in Hyrule. We need light arrows to be able to fight the final boss. And we need everything that is required to get those things.
Yeah, you need whatever is required to get to the dungeons, because the dungeons of the seed in race mode will always have a shard on the boss item. So
Oh, big time! Oh boy! And yes, we do need a shield, and optionally, a nice little hook shot is always nice because Alver just is painful.
yeah, you do need the hook shot or the leaf though.
You also want
Regardless of dungeon items or of like dungeon bosses and stuff, you need the hook shot or the leaf to just get across the broken bridge that
Yeah.
Alex will cross in about
And also,
20
you do
seconds.
want your grapple and boomerang logically, but those ones are the most optionals.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, boomerang being probably the most skippable.
It is, but when you have it, it is very nice.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Is it always 3 mandatory dungeon? Yes, it is. In these settings, we always have 3 dungeons, and they can change between the 6 that are allowed in the game. So every seed is a little different, makes it fun. Oh, and we're going past that little dark nut here. Not gonna look back to see if it dies, but we know in our heart that it rests in peace.
Ooh, did that version of the Big Pig.
Yeah. Oh, the spotted version.
So like
yes.
that was the one that I first learned picking up on the other side of the fence. It's just sometimes you didn't get the skew, and setting that one up again is a lot longer than the one where you stand next to the guy.
Yeah, but it's a trade-off. You don't
Yeah.
risk taunting to Habe, but at the same time you risk having to go back in the pen.
Exactly. Oh, hey, there's our wallet.
Hey, more mail.
More mail. More empty mail. And I'm realizing as well that we did not go to Fire Mountain.
Yeah, not yet.
And there's a very good chance that means that we're not going to before light arrows.
Are they gonna play this one like they're Claire? Oh boy.
It's seeming like they might, which mad respect, honestly. It's like seeing into my own potential future had I run this seed.
I think it's even is it the right model? Not anymore, right? But yeah, we don't really have a name for the big pigs yet, but Big Pig is a good name.
Oh, we totally could do that, because now that the Big Pig color is randomized, we could have a different name for all the different colors.
I can't wait for LEGO to include an option to randomize the color of the pig like chaotic, so it can be just any texture in the game. So you just get to Big Pig, and there's just like a stretch out model of Tingle on it.
Oh no, I don't want that.
Oh boy, that would be great and bad at the same time. It's so good. Oh boy, fancy coming from the person that has the name Tally Demos, which imagine a very tall Cali Demos. That would be cursed too.
Ooh, nice under the leg
nicely
shot.
done. Do you guys remember elongated Mekar?
Oh gosh, yeah.
There's a model that is Mekar, but it has Link's proportions, so just very long legs.
It's tall Makar. Alright,
Makar.
Shizuka, what is the plan? It's
Well,
looking
it looks
the
like it's her temple.
which is fair, but
it's a fair plan, but it's not the right one today.
Yeah. This is our commentator's knowledge.
The curse of knowledge.
Viewpoint.
Yeah, the curse of knowledge.
Alex not actually looking to see if any of those keys dropped magic. Now it's not going to get the chance to pick it up. But has soup.
Yeah, soup.
I guess actually, I don't know. Does
there's magic just stunting us.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if the timeout happens during this cutscene or not. If it doesn't, he might be able to grab it.
Yeah, I don't remember that too, but we're about to find out.
Yeah, we will.
That's the one thing about commentating that people underestimate. You just learn so much about the game. There we go. We got the magic.
I'm gonna learn a lot just from watching other people play.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Most of the things I know about this game have been just me stealing tricks from everyone. It's not your
tricks,
trick,
Mont.
it's our trick.
Yeah, there are tricks. 100%.
Our trick, comrades.
Yeah, it's a community. And honestly, like, it really kind of does become this, like, community, you know,
But it also becomes
of
really
information.
Fun. It really becomes fun to see people that play outside of the community come up with other tricks, because we kind of get used to what everyone does. And then once in a while, you get a runner that is just living on the edge of the community, and you see new stuff, and you're just like, oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm saying never get too cozy with your strats, because I think, you know, you never know when there's something faster. So it can be fun to continue to look for more stuff. And for the quick spin, I actually did get the quick spin, even though it got canceled like right away. That's right, no bombs, so that's the only way of stopping. Okay, well actually no, technically could have used bait.
Yeah, could have.
That would have been pretty hype.
If you throw bait, if you throw bait in this room, but again, you just start spinning around the bait for a while.
Yeah, it's like that's what I'm talking about. Forbidden knowledge.
Yeah,
and uncommon strats. There you go.
The bait has a lot of forbidden knowledge behind it. Like if you use the bait on the rats in the rat room in the RC, you get you can buy potion from them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I kind of wish they sold like slightly better things, because then that could be a legitimate strategy. But
imagine if we randomize those checks. Oh boy,
that would be interesting.
Oh. A shop sanity, if you will. It's one of those things I wish existed for this game. Randomizer is also up there. And Alex climbing up. About to enter the room with the person Ganon.
The final PG.
Yeah, the final PG.
Opted for grapple skip.
Yeah, grapple skip.
Oh.
It's a viable option.
Trying to get the pog slide. It's really hard to get it just walking up to it.
Yeah, it's very hard. The grapple skip actually sets you up to get pretty much exactly where you need to be, but when you do it manually, it is a lot harder. And
so I think since that last soup dupe, I think I'm trying to remember, we may have drunk soup that just right there. So.
Oh, Alex getting hit.
Oh, from above, yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay, we still have plenty of soup.
Just drink that soup. Down it.
Yeah, just gonna go ahead and do it.
And meanwhile, Shizuka in her temple, showing us a lot of the things that we didn't get to see open.
It's honestly interesting that the double damage from soup works on Ganon. It's like you would hope it would, but sometimes in games, things like that, they're like, yeah, it's gonna work on everything, but except for the boss, and you're like, oh, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
Like Mulgara just ignores it, but Mulgara is kind of special in that.
Mulgara is a special boy, you know. It's just
like gonna be GG for Alex.
And GG's to Alex, finishing with a time of 1:27.22.
It's pretty fast time there.
Yeah, send the GGs in the chat because
empty Earth Temple. Yeah,
empty Earth Temple, definitely. Came in clutch for Alex in this one.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, it does. And Shizuka is actually clearing Earth Temple, it seems.
Like I said, this would have been me.
It would have been you, yes.
This would have been me. I would have left Fire Mountain probably.
Oh,
I guess it's hard to say, but yeah.
I mean, at that point, Fire Mountain is a lot faster than full clearing Earth Temple, so maybe you would have reconsidered it, you know?
That's true. But it's also, and I'm sure this is what Shizuka was thinking, well, one, they're already at Earth Temple.
That
and
is
two,
true. Yeah.
if they get baited by Fire Mountain and it's nothing like it so often is, damn, that feels bad.
Yeah, and talking about nothing, here's a nice brown chest.
Another wooden chest, yeah.
Oh, we're
Gonna go ahead
getting
and
bomb
store
drop
it.
storage. Bomb push storage, let's go.
Oh, close.
Not quite, not quite. Very close though. Oh boy.
Yeah, this is the sort of the new version of a lot of like what we see in Earth Temple compared to like some of the old stuff.
Oh yeah, it's one of those
I
strats
feel like
that
we've been talking about like season 3 and stuff in the past, or for this.
Oh,
There are certain things that are reminiscent in these settings, bringing back like the short side quests and stuff, and making Windfall that big time investment that it is, as opposed to season 4 where it was pretty in and out.
Yeah, Windfall in these settings is pretty much like a fourth dungeon. It's great.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, not getting a hit by the funky gas here, so just gotta turn around and jump slash up.
I think one of the
Well
things I
done.
appreciate about season 5 as opposed to season 3 is in season 3 there really wasn't like enough to do early on that you just kind of went to Windfall almost right away anyways. There's almost no avoiding it. Where starting with a random item especially tends to open up some stuff, as well as just some of the different settings like miscellaneous checks and everything. You had a little bit more to do early on, so that's why you see people pushing off further and further and further, just continuing to delay Windfall, you know, sometimes as long as like 40 plus minutes, you know?
Even back in season 3, like the usual strat was to delay Windfall by doing like Cliff Plateau stuff and Bird's Peak, just trying to get an extra stuff to clear it. But in this season it is even more prevalent. Also, we've been joined by both of our runners, Alex and Shizuka are here. GG's to you both.
GG's to both of you.
Oh, GG.
Still seeing Shizuka play through Earth Temple right now. But it is great to have you both.
I'm sorry to everybody that had to watch my gameplay.
I've seen a lot worse.
I've played a lot better.
I've played a lot worse.
Turning nerves are like very much a real thing, I'd say.
Yeah. Turning nerves are insane.
I just stopped and reconnected my controller twice because it kept holding inputs longer than I was actually holding them, and it just didn't go away even after reconnecting. So I don't know what's up with that, but that's kind of annoying.
Were you recording?
Yeah, I was recording the entire time. Did I go offline?
I know some. No. You're good. I know for me, I feel like I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but because I don't normally record, and then I record for tourney races, and I'm never sure if it's like as if it's like nerves or if that also adds to it, just like a little bit more like, you know, processing and stuff. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
maybe, yeah.
It might be a thing with the computer. Depends on what you have.
Specifically, if you play an emulator, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quantify. Not sure.
But
I don't know. I guess I'll go back and see.
Do you mean the GameCube? The GameCube doesn't run Zelda Wind Waker on GTX 970 normally? What? Weird.
Nintendo went into the future and got that for their console. Big.
Yeah, that would be insane. Oh, lots of little Poes being killed by the bombs here. That's always nice.
Yeah, how'd you both feel like the seed, the hints, and everything? Interesting having 2 bows hinted. That was kind of.
Yeah. I think
like those were that was like the big intel of the
yeah,
the path hints were like a little bit more lackluster, I thought.
Yeah, that Cliff to Goma was very troll because like, oh sweet, I figured out I stored some mail. I can't access that for who knows how long, and then it ended up being my go mode from the delivery bag, and I ended up skipping the bombs anyways. So that was funny.
Yeah. And the delivery bag leading to everything kind of worked out for you, Alex. It didn't work out quite as well for Shizuka because they were still on regular arrows at that point. So They got Fire Nice Arrow from it, and we're still looking for the rest, and checked every piece of mail.
Ah, rip.
To be honest, for every seed I checked the top of Earth Temple. And this one I didn't because I had lift and hookshot, so I went for Diamond Step first, and I never checked the top of the hill.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, even if I had these hints, I would clear all over World 4 3-4, so...
Yeah, I guess we were also talking. Are you just also not like a proponent of liking to do Fire Mountain? I like to leave it personally, so
Yeah.
I was saying I probably would have done the same thing as you did.
To be honest, for me, I had more chance to have the last 3-4s in Earth Temple, or Big Pig, or Top of the Hill, than Fire Mountain.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Honestly, when you have a strat that you always go for, even if it means leaving a check behind, if you believe in your guts, even if it's not the right call, it was the right call for you. So it's great.
Well, yeah, and if you kind of always do the same thing, then you let the average kind of even out. But
I'm not gonna lie, I have a little strat for these moments. I have a dice on my desk, and when I don't know where I'm going, I just throw that dice.
yeah, hey, fair enough.
It's rando. You gotta get it with the rando.
You mean you don't let your dog decide which island you go to next?
The dog is not always next to me.
Good point.
Otherwise, that would be the play, right?
Yeah, that would be the play. I love that dog. Great dog. But yeah, you guys gave us a pretty good race over there. It was very close until the end, where Shizuka went to do Earth Temple instead of going to Fire Mountain, as we discussed earlier. But overall, very nice, nicely routed. We saw a lot of different things, different strats for different dungeons. It was pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is still winter side, so this
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
continuing onwards as we do.
The
I'm trying to remember
tournament
to
is
pull
not
up the
over for
bracket and
anyone.
see.
This is winner side, but my next match will be against Gymnast or LNMP. I didn't check the results.
Oh well, we won't spoil them for everyone that was here. Instead,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
you
a
know,
good point. Yeah, if people want to check out the VOD, so yeah.
And people that want to check the VOD, we won't spoil it, but we already know the result of that match because it was going on the same time as this one. So if you want to go watch that VOD, feel free to do it.
But without spoiling anything, Alex is on his way to go up against Butterlord
Easy
in
win for
winner's
sure.
bracket round 2. So
Just
The-
kidding.
feeling confident. Let's go. I like it.
It'll be a tough one.
The
Yeah,
king of
Butter's a good play,
margarine,
but
Yep.
I think it could easily go either way. So
the Baron of Croc.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of Wind Waker coming in the coming weeks, so if you guys love Wind Waker, you're gonna be served.
No, my challenge is to have my Shizuka versus Shizuku.
I
Is
really
that
hope for that
Shizuku
one.
wins versus Guapo.
I'm not gonna lie. If that one happens, I will commentate it, and you will just be called A, and they will be called U.
it's a good strategy.
This would be really fun.
It would be very funny.
Actually, from the accent, I should call you A instead of A.
There you go.
Just gotta say it. But yeah, thank you once again to both of our trackers. We lost one of them, but Armageddon was there, Talidemos was there. They did an incredible job. Shoutouts to them. Shoutouts to you, Claire, for commentating this with me. It was
Oh,
fun.
likewise. Back to you.
And I think all that's left is gonna be to get iBot back in there to send us off.
Yeah, so thank you to Thrones, obviously, thank you to both of you. At this going on ZSR right now, we have a Link to the Past a randomizer cross keys match going on ZSR main that we'll be raiding over in just a moment. That started about 40 minutes ago, so should still be in the early stages of that race. Then, coming up over the next, well, I guess tomorrow we have, well, some Zelda 2, some Ocarina of Time randomizer, the Minish Cap randomizer, more matches for this tournament. That's DJ Guapo versus Shizuku tomorrow at 2 PM Eastern. Majora's Mask randomizer, more Link to Past randomizer, cross keys, Link to Past no major glitches, and yeah, lots of stuff for you to check out if you're interested in any of that. Make sure to give all our channels a follow or keep an eye on the schedule. And yeah, I think that's it from us. Like I said, we'll be raiding over to ZSR main. So thank you all for watching.
Bye, all.
Bye.
Finally,
Bye.
bonne journée.